Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. So look at these numbers, just amazing to actually see these. We talked about this for days, that storm surge that we were expecting, and you see basically right in line with that. Cedar Key rather, 9.30 feet, East Bay 7.20, St. Petersburg 6.31, and every one of these that you see on here, these were record storm surges. Just absolutely amazing to see this. And then you look at the winds, and very close to the center, Cedar Key, winds gusting to 84 miles an hour. Even in St. Petersburg, 82-mile-an-hour wind gusts recorded. Clearwater Beach recorded a wind gust to 75 miles an hour. So right along the coastline, even down into Sarasota, right around that hurricane force wind, 74 miles an hour. That's why we saw that storm surge as well, because we had those very strong winds right along the coastline. And then this was a big storm. We talked about that big storm. Big storms create big storm surge. And remember, this was a storm that passed over 100 miles off our coastline, the actual center of it. And it just really shows you the kind of power that this storm had and what kind of damage it can cause with a storm that's over 100 miles away from you. So still bringing a lot of rain across Tennessee, up in the Kentucky, throughout the Carolinas. In fact, we've seen just torrential flooding across the Carolinas through the morning hours. Moving to the north at 32 miles an hour, but what's really going to happen with this is it'll work its way up towards Kentucky and then just going to stall out and spin in this one area here, which means it's just going to continue to bring a lot of heavy rain all through this area, through the Ohio Valley, down into Tennessee, over into the Carolinas. And that torrential rain, it's almost like squeezing a sponge, just trying to get every drop out right in this one spot. So more and more flooding will continue to be the story in these areas as we go through the weekend. But over us, it's the cleanup, it is the storm surge, it is all the mess that we have left behind. And this is the rain, the additional rain that we're looking at throughout Kentucky, all the way up into Ohio, heading up and over into West Virginia, as we head through the next several days. Now, it's almost like we have lit a match in the tropics, because we've got more to watch. We've got Helene, which is spinning down. We now have Hurricane Isaac, and we also have Tropical Storm Joyce. We have another area, about a 20% chance of that developing over the next 7 days. And then we also have another area that will be working its way into the Western Caribbean. So we've got that scorecard that we're going to be watching here as we go through the next several days. Hurricane Isaac, this will continue to work its way on towards the north and the east. Does look like that'll get a little bit stronger, but then conditions will start to weaken the storm as it works its way over some cooler waters as we head into the middle of next week. And then we also have Tropical Storm Joyce. This will continue to work its way on towards the northwest, maybe a little bit of strengthening before this system turns more towards the north. So the nice thing is both of these staying out over open waters, but we're now really starting to work our way down this list here. Next name up is Kirk. We'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.